chocolate drizzled popcorn. Now, many of you are wondering why we have all these new Giappuccino recipes. And there are a lot of nutrition standards that have been put into place for all schools. And this is a directive by the First Lady, Michelle Obama. And so this recipe has to replace puppy chow. And I know there are people crying all over the school right now. But you would only be able to get a tiny, tiny amount of puppy chow before we had violated all of the nutrition standards. So Miss Sweeney and I spent the summer trying to find things we thought you would like that meet Miss Obama's standards. Now, we are going to do chocolate drizzled popcorn. And so we have bought some microwave popcorn for this demo. And at some point, we hope to get air poppers, and then we will buy, quantity popcorn and just air pop it ourselves, rather than living by the microwave a little bit at a time. All right? So anyway, we've popped our popcorn, and like this whole bag, I believe, is like 100 calories, which helps us immensely with the nutrition standards that are set. Our snacks, which this falls under, have to be under 200 calories, and they also have a fat requirement, a sugar requirement, or limit is a better word, a fat limit, a sugar limit, and a sodium limit. So we had to look at all of those when picking these out. All right, so I'm going to spread the popcorn out on a parchment paper. Now, the reason I'm wearing gloves is this popcorn is not going to be cooked again. There's absolutely no way. And since I'm handling it before it goes into the customer's mouth, I need to have gloves on. All right, must have gloves on for this. All right, so we've melted our almond bark, and we're using almond bark because that's lower in calories and some of the other content, fat content. Okay. And we're going to take a spoon, and again, we could do this with the squirt bottles as well, but for this small amount, I didn't want to get another utensil dirty. All right, so you just drizzle some chocolate over it, a little bit more. Again, you don't go crazy with this. Okay, and if we want, we could just kind of toss it, and then you would get new gloves, obviously, for packaging. All right, so I am going to put this into the, and it's that small of amount of chocolate, which is kind of a joke, but write your congressman, write your president. Okay, so I'm going to put this into the refrigerator, and we will be back in just a minute. We're back, and our popcorn is set, so I'm going to pull this up. Now, the nutrition standard says that we can only have 200 calories. And popcorn's very, very low in calories. When it's air popped, it's about 20 or 30 calories a cup. So that's low. The kicker here is the chocolate. The chocolate is sky high. And therefore, we have almost the majority of our calories. So, in order to keep this at the 200 calorie mark, each customer can get 1 3/4 cup. And this has a lot of unpopped kernels, so I'm going to break those off. So there's our cup. Okay, and then 3/4. So one way to measure that is a 1/2 and a 1/4. I'm doing a 3/4, a 1/4 cup 3 times. Get a piece with a lot of chocolate there. That'll make that customer happy. Okay, so then there's our cup. And then in honor of our First Lady, we will tie this with a red, white, and blue ribbon. Now, Miss Sweeney and I tried this, and this was pretty good. We were surprised. Obviously, it's not puppy chow. We understand that. But puppy chow is no longer allowed to be sold in schools. So this was pretty good. All right? And then again, a double knot so that it stays nice and fresh. And since I'm handling popcorn, you want to make sure you have gloves on at all times. All right? And so then you curl your ribbon. And there we go, chocolate-covered popcorn.